The Oklahoma Sooners now have more players entering the transfer portal. We will talk about it right now on Sooner Born. All right, now we know people have been leaving the team, declaring to transfer into the portal. I believe on December 9th, it becomes official. We got Jaquays Petaway. We know the wide receiver. He was one of the first to announce. Hell, his best game was 3 receptions, 79 yards against Tennessee. He's a former 4-star top 100 player coming out of high school. But, he struggled to get playing time. And so, I understand him leaving. Jackson Arnold, we all know, former 5-star quarterback, was supposed to be the heir apparent, the future, everything like that with the Oklahoma Sooners. But it never panned out. It never worked out. He had a decent game, his first game in the bowl last year. Had some turnovers, so people were kind of questionable off the top about Jackson Arnold. But I thought he showed flashes that he can be a great player one day. He's got a lot of tools. His best performance was 9 of 11, 68 yards, 25 carries, 131 rushing yards versus Alabama. You have to consider that probably his best performance because he just struggled with turnovers and fumbles and all that throughout the season. I think he had 9 starts this year. But, I wish him nothing but the best. I really did want it to work out with Jackson Arnold, I can't lie. But I'm pretty sure he can use a fresh start. Half of the fan base is, doesn't like him. They think he sucks. Half of the fan base is like, we need to give him more time. So let's just get a fresh start. New quarterback. I mean, I understand it from his perspective. Now, the one that I'm kind of upset about, Nick Anderson, the wide receiver. He was injured for a significant amount of time throughout his career, especially this year, dealing with the hamstring. Re-aggravated the hamstring against Tennessee, which I believe is the only game he even got in this year. Had a great 2023 season. He had 10 touchdowns and 798 yards. He was doing his thing, and he's like a 6'4", 220 guy who runs pretty good routes. I think OU's really going to miss him. It was an injury situation that he felt like the medical staff wasn't providing the proper rehab techniques, and he was going to different doctors, and it was a whole mess. I believe him and other players were driving up to Edmond to see doctors for a rehab situation. But that's not a good look. OU, they are addressing that right now. They are trying to work with medical professionals to try to work alongside with their staff to come up with a more pro-style approach to rehabbing players, getting them back on the football field. All right. Khalib Hicks, the running back, number 0. I thought he was a nice, strong runner. He was a 4-star out of high school. I think this year he just had 5 carries for 25 yards. I thought he would get more time, but for whatever reason, it just did not work out for him. So he got to go. He's out of here. I understand. Emeka Megwa, he was a transfer from Washington. He was a former 4-star coming out of high school as well. Just, didn't get many carries. I think he got 1 carry in his career. So I understand him transferring as well. Jaden Rowe, the defensive back, mostly played special teams. I think he was here for about 3 years. Another former 4-star. I think he came out of Tulsa Union in Oklahoma. Bauer Sharp, the tight end. He was just here for 1 season. He did pretty good some games. Some games he was off. So, honestly, we just need better tight end play. So I don't know if they kind of pushed him out, told him to go ahead and move around, or he just saw the writing on the wall. But OU has to address the tight end situation coming up for next season. Chad McMillan is a running back. Didn't have any carries. Came from Norman North. He just, battled injuries. Honestly, never really had a chance of playing, in my opinion. Did pretty good in the spring game, but that's, he's one of those guys that's just a spring game all-star type of player. We've seen that a lot throughout my lifetime, going to spring games every year. So he is the latest guy to leave. And so they're kind of clearing up the running back room, it looks like. And I know we got Torrey Blaylock coming in. Hopefully we can keep Taylor Tatum and Xavier Robinson and the guys that we have now. But we need to really get into that portal, get the tight end. I know they got 2 nice freshman receivers coming in, but you can never, you can't depend on that as far as if we want to have we can't depend on them to start next season or nothing like that. They're pretty young, so they might have to go to the portal, that situation. Maybe you probably need another linebacker since Daddy Studsman's leaving. I know we have linebackers, but I think we can use another big physical linebacker in there to run stopper. And so that's about it. That's the transfer portal update that we got for you right now. Thank you for everybody for listening. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for everything. And Boomer Sooner.